Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. My name is Hannah, also known as Neon Plum, and this is my very first YouTube video. Before I get into what it is I'm actually building here, I do just want to talk a little bit about what my goals are for the channel and do like a little bit of an introduction about who I am. So like I said, my name's Hannah, I'm from the UK. Don't know if you can detect a Welsh accent in there, but I've been playing The Sims 2 for about 16 years. Been playing the Sims franchise for about 20. Got started in 2004 with the Herbs, my favourite game of all time. If you like Sims 2 exclusive content, then this will be the channel for you. I don't play 3 or 4. As for my goals for the channel, I want to do more speed builds. This was kind of just a way for me to dip my toes into the water, see what I'm capable of, see if this is something that I enjoy doing and if other people enjoy watching. Also want to do a Let's Play. Now the only ones I'm excluding from this will be Pleasant View and Strangetown, mainly because I've already got those. I'm already playing those in my personal life. So I will be doing a community-led poll on Tumblr, which I'll link all that in the description box, to decide which neighbourhood you want to see me play. So it'll be like Belladonna Cove, Desiderata Valley, River Blossom Hills, and I might add like the Life Stories hoods or like maybe a custom one or something like that. And you can decide, you can pick. I'm really excited about that, really excited to start an actual Let's Play. I also want to do like custom neighbourhood tours, things like that. So lots of plans, lots of goals. If any of that sounds interesting to you, please subscribe, it would mean a lot to me. But anyway, let's get into the video. So, like I said, I'm building a house for Pascal and Nervous. Now in my Strangetown, I just started a new one about a week ago. I am going to be marrying them in the next round, in round 2, and I have this maybe it's kind of weird, but it's a headcanon I have of Pascal and Laszlo move out, usually because they're the first to get married. Laszlo will marry Crystal, and then Vidkin is usually the last to get married, so he stays behind. I really did have trouble with the roof here, didn't I? Don't worry about that hideous orange you just saw, I do change that. But yeah, Vidkin stays behind, so I needed a place for Pascal and Nervous to move into. And I also have this idea of, when Nervous finally escapes the Beaker's clutches, they're going to have to move somewhere. Like, the first place Loki and Cersei are going to look for him would be the Curious House, 2 Cover-Up Road. So they need to move out and kind of, be a bit more hidden, a bit more anonymous, and make their whereabouts a little less known. Yeah, so I do already have a bunch of Strangetown lots that you can download. They're all CC free. However, you will need probably most, if not all, of the staff packs and expansion packs, but they are available on Mod The Sims. But they all have that orange roof, and they're a bit more classic Strangetown. I wanted to do one that was a smaller version of 2 Cover-Up Road, something a bit more industrial, a bit more techy, spacey, that kind of thing. So a lot of blacks, a lot of whites. I did try to put a little bit of colour in here. I decided on green, and then I was like, no, went for red instead. But it's got a garden. It's a 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom, master bedroom, and there's a nursery, and then a spare bedroom. Now the nursery, I don't think in this video I didn't furnish it at all, just because Tyker's going to be aging up into a child, so it's kind of pointless me adding a crib and a changing table and feeding chair and all of that kind of stuff when he's going to be aging up anyway. I think he's only got a day left. So I've kind of left them blank. Now in the version you can download on Mod The Sims, not only is it custom content free, but the 2 unfurnished bedrooms, I have put a nursery in one, a space themed nursery, and I think just a standard bedroom, a 1 bedroom, a 1 bed bedroom. So as far as the layout, it is kind of an awkward layout. It looks really good in the outside and everything, I think, not to toot my own horn, but I think it looks alright. But it was kind of awkward to kind of squeeze everything in here, so I don't have an actual dining room. I basically just put a single dining chair and dining table and called it a day, which isn't very ideal for a family of 4. Because, my game, Nervous and Pascal end up adopting another child. So we'll be a family of 4. So yeah, just a table and chair. But I like the idea of, after a long day of work, Pascal's going to come home, put a ready meal in the microwave, and just eat on the sofa, watching a bit of TV. I don't think these are going to be they're not going to be very good cooks. They're not going to spend a lot of time in the kitchen, so they're not going to have big family dinners. It'll just be eating for sustenance, I guess. So that was kind of my idea. This what am I talking about? The wallpaper here. I did have like a bunch of recolors of these, and I was gonna do like in a black with white windows, but like I said, I wanted to keep it as CC free as possible, so I've kind of gone for this style instead, and I actually think it's turned out quite nice. I did also give them a swimming pool as well. I like the idea of it being scorching in the desert. It's really hot, and just, you know, on a weekend or whatever, the whole family can just go outside and use the swimming pool, even though there is that massive lot in Strangetown, that huge pool. I gave them their own anyway. I might demolish that lot. It's just absolutely enormous and there's just no need. Here I'm trying to find a gate that goes with these custom fences, and I couldn't find one, so I've just sort of like left it open like this. And then I add all of my nice prickly pears. I love desert flora, like just in real life I love it. I have a collection of cacti. I just can't get enough of it. I would love to live somewhere like, I don't know, like New Mexico or something like that, like Albuquerque, where they have all of that kind of prickly pears and cactus and all of that kind of good stuff. We just don't get that in the UK, obviously. So yeah, here I'm trying to find like some fence to box it in, but I've decided not to. I just sort of left it open. That little box I put in the corner, that like foundation, I wanted to put this telescope like on a stand, like have its own like separate space where you have to go up the stairs and, you know, kind of like they have in the Curious, but I just kind of couldn't make it work, and I just thought it'll end up being really expensive. My budget for this lot is, well, it was 30,000. It's not technically a starter home, as someone pointed out to me on Mod The Sims once when I called a house a starter home and it was 30,000. But it's close enough. It's cheap enough for them. They won't actually have enough money to move into this lot. I think Pascal's got something like 2,000 simoleons that he's saved up from his job so far. So what'll it be a case of is words are hard. What'll be a case of is I play with a mortgage system. Now, a lot of you are probably going to think I'm nuts, but I play with a lot of rules. And I've recently implemented a mortgage system where Sims with families, and also with a history of promotion, or Sims who have, you know, relatively good job, they can take out a mortgage. And I do that by times in 10 of their household fund. So if Pascal, for example, has 2,000 simoleons, I will allow him to take out 20,000 simoleons from Monique's hacked computer. And that will gain interest as well, so it adds that layer of challenge. So as long as he has about like 3,000 simoleons, he can get a mortgage on this house and pay it back over time. I wouldn't do this with absolutely everybody. Like Brandy Broke, for example, she would never pay it back because she has no interest in working, and when she does, she often wants to quit her job. She never wants to get a promotion or anything like that. So I am a bit picky and choosy. But yeah, Pascal Curious, definitely, and maybe even Laszlo as well to a lesser extent. So this is where I was trying to add a bit of colour. I went for green, but it was a little bit too bright, so I've stuck to the black and white for now, and I've just added a bit of colour with some of the furniture. And I went for these really cheap, these are just like the base game counters, but I've got a recolor. I want to say these ones are by Lolita on Tumblr, I think. But there's a bunch of recolors you can get for these counters. Yeah, it just allows me to keep the costs down. And here I am just trying to find some posters. I'm trying to find like spacey ones, and I realised that I didn't actually have very many, which is surprising because I thought I had like loads. I deliberately didn't go and download any more because I thought I had a ton, but I really didn't. It was mostly just like Maxis ones and maybe like one custom one. I had a lot of desert paints, like desert prints, but I really wanted some alien ones, and they just weren't there. But yeah, this is a pretty small kitchen, just very standard. I put a coffee machine in there, I kind of cluttered it up. One thing I love doing with kitchens is just going mental with the clutter. But I had a thought that Pascal's a very neat sim. I think he has maxed out neat. And I just don't see him having like a bunch of food and cleaning supplies just all over the kitchen. So I've kept it pretty basic. I think I've put some bread there and like some cleaning products, and that's about it. But the living space, I'll be doing that in a second. Really struggled to find a chair I like. I wanted something that was a bit blocky, just a bit basic, like something that two guys would live in, you know, like not overly decorated, not a ton of plants. Oh, this, I I don't know if you can see that TV, but that's from The Sims 1. I'm so adverse to 4:2 conversions that I went out of my way to find 1:2 conversions. I really like it. It's super cheap. I think it's like 50 simoleons, maybe 100, something like that. Definitely the cheapest I have in my game. Yeah, I haven't actually play tested it to see like how the channels actually look, but I'm assuming it'll be fine. I do have it saved on my Pinterest. I don't have like dedicated board. It's just like all random stuff piled together. But yeah, I really like it. I like it a lot. And I'm trying to add some colour with the rug here, the red, but I thought, I didn't really like it like that, like the coffee table just in the middle, and it also would have caused a lot of routing issues. Now this here, I don't know if you could see that, but I put a little column there, and I do this quite a bit to just kind of separate rooms and just kind of create like a divider, I guess. And it looks really good with the ceiling. I don't have a black one, so I stuck it with a white, but I might change that. I might download one and change it. And again, these are just like really basic. Max's toilet, I'll have like a basic like shower bath combination that I end up using. Nothing fancy. Again, just to kind of keep costs down whenever I can. Because it just doesn't make sense for them to just like, you know, have this tiny house and it costs like 60,000 because of the stuff that I'm using, you know? It's just trying to keep it budget friendly. But again, like I said, I don't know if I've already mentioned this, but in the Mod The Sims version, it's something like 10,000 more expensive because some of the artwork and stuff ended up costing more. A lot of the ones I'm using, like the one that's above the sofa, is like really cheap. But I wanted to kind of, you know, keep it true to its theme. So I haven't gone overboard with like how much it's changed. So I really struggled here, just trying to add a little bit of colour. I've kind of, again, gone from black and white. I don't know if I do add much colour to this room. But I have so much bedding. It takes me ages just to scroll through them all and see what I like. But honestly, I've had just an absolute nightmare. After I recorded this video, I recorded it like about 5 PM in the evening. And then my game crashed. No, my computer crashed. Just completely shut down on me. And when I reloaded it, EA had forced a repair. So it basically wouldn't recognize my program files. So my stealth hoods, clean UI, I think even CEP, none of that was recognized in my game. And I spent hours and hours and hours just trying to fix it. I think I was up until about like 1 in the morning. And in the end, I kind of put an old backup that I just happened to have. I think it was from like 2020, and I don't think I've tampered with my program files since then. So I just chucked that in and now it's working. But I am having a problem with missing Max's items. Like basic Max's items are just showing up as invisible. So I've really got my work cut out for me in trying to figure this out. I've already spent all morning trying to solve it, to no avail. I think there's something wrong with like my objects package. Don't worry about this lot, by the way. It's not corrupted or anything like that. All of this happened after, you know, I'd already like packaged the lot and everything like that. So it's completely fine. Whatever happened after. Yeah, here I am again. It's very basic. This room is just very, very grey and black and all that. But I think that's how Pascal would like it. Oh, these frames. I love those frames. I don't show it very much there. You'll see in a little bit. But they're from DD Sims, I think. And they look like just blank frames. But when you click on them, you can select a sim to fill that frame, and it's just whoever is on the lot. So it doesn't have to be someone who lives in the family. It could just be someone who's walking by. You'll click the frame and press, I think it's like add sim. And yeah, you can just put a little picture of them and it stays that way. And I just think it's amazing. And I've got them in like different sizes, and I've got them in like a, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a sculpture version as well. Oh, here I am trying to do the nursery, and I realised that the recolor I have of this crib, I don't have a matching one for the changing table. You'll see this in a second. So I just decided, you know what, forget it. I'm just going to have this be a blank room for my Sims, and I'll just adjust it later. I couldn't be bothered. And I like the idea of when my Sims age up, I will then customize their bedrooms based on their personalities. I think Tycho's is, I think it's science, so I'll probably end up doing like a space theme one anyway, but I'll have like an actual bed and things like that. So yeah, I'm pretty much just finishing up the lot here. I'm just adding another bathroom. This is like a private bathroom for Pascal and Nervous to share. because it can get a bit annoying, can't it? You know, when you have like a family of 4 and you've got 1 bathroom and everyone needs to pee and everyone wants to shower, everyone stinks, it's just very annoying. So I put this black tub in there, that's a recolor. I think that's from Mod The Sims. I don't know if you can see, but some of my items here are blue. So I've taken screenshots of them. I'm gonna try and see what's up with that, because they worked fine in my normal, when I played on my laptop. I had no issues with it. I've had that plant that you saw earlier for ages. So I don't know what's up with that. Definitely gonna need to do some hardcore repairing of this game. Don't know what's up. It caused me massive amount of stress last night. But hopefully it's worth it. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I will get better. Just give me a little bit of time. Be a little bit patient with me. I'm trying not to talk too fast. I'm trying to cover everything. Oh, here I wanted to put curtains in, but the ones I have are super expensive. It's the ones that fit every window, and the Max's ones didn't fit. But in the CC free version, there are blinds. And here I'm just trying to find something to fill some spaces. I like to like really clutter up my house. One thing I don't like about pre-made houses is the fact that they're so sterile looking. There's just no clutter at all. There's nothing on shelves. It's all just like as if they've just moved in. And I don't know, it annoys me. I like my house to feel lived in. So yeah, I'm just sort of cluttering up with things I think Pascal would have, and Nervous. Not that Nervous, you know, has anything. So chucked a couple of books there, some frames. Oh, this tire, I've never used this before. I think this one is actually a 4:2, but I put that in the corner there. I thought it just adds a nice touch. And these are electrical outlets. Those are new, they're from the computer. I have a weird headcanon where Strangetown Sims are kind of a little bit behind on technology. So they have like outdated like 90s computers and like old-fashioned phones and TVs and things like that. So that's kind of what I've done here. Although I think maybe Pascal would have like a proper computer. He'd be in the know, you know what I mean? And yeah, here I'm just trying to like put some like wall art, trying to find something. This one I picked, you'll see in a second, it is amazing, but it's so bright. I can't remember who this is by. But yeah, it's really bright and it kind of contrasted with the room a bit too much. And it was also pretty expensive. I think it was like 2,000 simoleons. So yeah, 2,700 there. So I've gone for something a bit cheaper and a bit more basic. There we are. That's that. So I think we're coming to the end of the video. I just want to say thank you so much to those who have already subscribed, despite the fact I had no content on my channel. Really does mean the world to me. If those things I mentioned earlier, like Let's Plays and speed builds and custom tours, you know, of neighborhoods, if they sound like your cup of tea, please subscribe. It would mean the world to me. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.